Hey everyone, it's Jen with ChappyPlans. Thanks for hanging out with me for another Memory Planning Monday video. If you'd like to see what I'm going to do in Project Life this week, then stick around. Hey friends, thanks for hanging out with me for this process video. As I usually let you know, this is sped up to 7 times the normal speed because it did take me a while. But as I always say, I don't mind because this is very therapeutic and fun for me. So what I am doing is just kind of card shuffling right now and figuring out where I want to place my cards, and I go typically from left to right and then top to bottom when I decorate my photos. So I've selected some washi tape that I feel like really goes with the colors that I have chosen from the cards, and most of these cards are from Paper Person Shop, and some of them are from Studio Calico. I don't use too much of Ali Edwards this week, and I also did not stamp this week. I'm actually filming on a day that I am completely exhausted, so for me, stamping's a little bit of an extra embellishment. Some people do it without even thinking. For me, it's definitely more work, so I chose not to stamp this week. But I'm kind of going through all of my little embellishments and seeing what things I want to be in each of the spreads. And I decided on some stickers from Ali Edwards. So that's probably like the only thing that's from her shop that I use the most, are those little like Starburst puffy stickers. I think that came with the Happy Story kit. So I love these vellum circles. It just says like a total something about being totally ordinary. So totally ordinary memories, I think, is what it is. And then I just use the little smiley face stickers in the center of the circle and my tiny attacher to staple it. I always stamp the week on one of the main cards that I want to be just sort of like a title card for the week. And again, it's from Paper Person. I have a picture of Nora and Matt who are playing Mario Kart, and then Nora getting some kitty snuggles. Those were both from Monday of that week. And it's pretty rare that he will stay on her. He's definitely my cat. So it was just a sweet little moment that I was able to snap that photo. I think I came out of my work meeting and Nora was like, "Look, Mom." And so, yeah, I just wanted to document that. And I'm going to use these really old alpha stickers from Heidi Swap Shop when I used to get the Stop the Blur subscription. And I just spelled out kitty snuggles on top of that photo. I didn't need to do any journaling for that because it was just pretty self-explanatory. On the one of my husband and Nora playing, I just said that it was a chill, true first day of summer, playing Mario Kart with Daddy. And I knew I had a little puffy cat sticker, and it was on like a Halloween sticker sheet that I got during Studio Calico's dollar sale, so I put that on the photo. And then I'm doing a flip up of this day of the week. I took Nora to the library, we ran some errands, and while we were out, we were at Joanne, and she found this little like balloon blind box type toy. I totally ripped that sticker, by the way. Had to use another side of it. It was fine. So the story behind that is pretty cool because she was like, "I really want this toy," and she gets an allowance, and I was like, "You really want to spend $12?" because that was the clearance price for this like blind bag. I'm like, "Well, you don't even know what it is." And she's like, "I don't know, it shows a picture of the animal like blowing up a balloon that looks really cool." And I was like, "Okay, if that's what you want to spend your money on." And so we get up to check out, and the lady's like, "They're not even showing up in the system." So, yeah, I'm going to give them to you for $1. So then I was like, "If I go back and get the other 3 that were left, will you give us these for $1 each?" And she was like, "Sure." So it was pretty amazing. We got like 4 of those little toys. So she was quite amused playing with those for the rest of the afternoon. And so I'm journaling about that on the actual photo. And then this striped 1 through 11 card is where I'm just putting different highlights from different days of the week, and I always reference my art journal of daily journal for those details. So talking about Nora playing Mario Kart, how she was supposed to have a play date that didn't happen because her friend was sick, but instead I played with her for the day, which she absolutely loved. Talking about how we had a little mini CAD get together with some of my friends at my friend's Tom's house, and Nora had a play date that day, so her friend Winnie came with us, and they got to go swimming while myself and my friends got to just hang out and chat, because it had been a while since we'd seen each other, and it was something we used to do regularly over the summer last year, but Tom's a lot busier this summer and has less time for hosting our little Korean adoptee get-togethers. So I took a couple of photos there and wanted to journal about that as well. And then I love that My Community chipboard piece from the Ali Edwards Community Story Kit. I think it was Community, or yeah, something like that. And they are definitely my community. If, yeah, I could go on and on about my love for my local Korean adoptee friends, but it is definitely a group of us, and just there's such a bond. And I ended up adding Explore, which was like a die cut from a Studio Calico kit on the top of the title card. I felt like it tied everything together more and made the card look a little bit more decorative. Felt like it was missing something, but you know me, I like to over embellish. So, but I like the addition of that little word. And then I'm spelling out library on the card of Nora pretending to ride on this like faux cow stool thing. She was just being ridiculous, and I happened to snap that photo and was like, oh, that's going in the project life. And then, of course, as usual, I forget to stamp the dates, so I need to go and do that. And then I'm going to move on to the bottom row, and it's going to be the photo of Nora in the pool and then her eating dinner. It was so funny. She was eating cheese balls with chopsticks because lately she's really been trying to use the trainer chopsticks. It's definitely a struggle as a lefty for her. Not that I can emphasize because I'm a righty. So I just used a June sticker from Studio Calico. Sorry if you can hear Nora in the background. She is doing virtual summer tutoring with her teacher. So anyway, I am using this 4x6 piece of copy paper to adhere to 3x4 cards so that they will fit nice and snug in that sleeve. And then I'm going to just do some basic journaling about what's currently going on using that prompt card right now from Paper Person. And then on that geometric 3x4 card that I had trimmed down, it's actually part of a 6x8 piece of paper. I love the pattern and the colors, and I trimmed it down, and I'm just going to embellish that as well. So I'm using another vellum circle, and this one says like today, finding beauty in today or something like that. Okay, so I did a few changes after I filmed this. What I wanted to do initially was find a way to sort of not cover up, but like add another layer to that card. So I picked out some plain vellum, and I ended up, you'll see, I'm going to embellish it, and then at the very, very end, I put the picture of my husband and I on the underside of that vellum flip up, but I really did not like it. So after I filmed and after I took my photos and everything, I ended up ripping off the vellum and switching it up. So you will get to see what it looks like in the very end of this video when I do my silent close-ups, just letting you know. So anyhow, I just love the pattern paper, and I just thought it would look too crazy, but in retrospect and after, you know, like I said, after I filmed it, I looked and I'm like, you know, it kind of doesn't makes it look too, I don't know, it was just too much. So that's why I took it off, and I actually cut the heart down a little bit so that it would fit on top of the note card underneath, and I moved the M and the little starburst, and yeah, that was it. So again, you'll see right now, you're like, what are you talking about? But you'll see how it looks in the end. So I journaled on top of that geometric card, which I wasn't planning on doing, and I was afraid you weren't going to be able to read it, but you can definitely read it. It's just fine. And then I have this flip up here, just a picture of the Super Mario Brothers movie that we watched on Friday night. We always do takeout in a movie, and I'm just journaling about how we watched that, and actually the story behind it, which is we rented it, and we went to play it, and our DVD player wouldn't work. So my husband went out and just bought a new DVD player on the spot so that we could watch it. And I just snapped a photo of Nora and Matt snuggling. This is another one where I change it. I do keep everything the same on the front of this photo of Nora and Matt. I just add a smiley face to the center of that circle that says this moment is everything. And then there's a picture. The rest of the pictures are mostly from the wedding we went to on Saturday. So those don't really require a lot of journaling because I did it all on that geometric patterned card at the top. So I'm just spelling out cornhole because Nora ended up playing cornhole almost the entire time that we were at this like brewery. Which was perfect because it kind of let me have my time, and she got to play cornhole with her friend, and it worked out really well. And then I love this picture of Nora and I. My friend snapped this picture of us. She was just sitting on my lap eating, and he said, "Hey Jen, hey Nora," and got this super cute picture of me and my mini. And so I want to add the little vellum sentiment, but it's not very visible, so I need to layer it with a piece of cardstock. So I took one of my Studio Calico color theory cards and just punched a circle out and then attached it with my tiny attacher, and it looks really cute. And ties in the green because there's like no colors in that photo that really stand out and go with the rest of the spread. And then I need to adhere another card underneath this flip up photo of my husband and myself, and then our friends who got married, Mariana and Marcos. And so I picked this Enjoy the Now card from the Studio Calico kit. And then this is a quad photo of Nora, different things Nora was doing at the wedding. So she is, showing me her hair that I styled. She's eating salmon for the first time. She is on the top of the balcony waving at us all. There were only 2 kids at the wedding and then the ring bearer. So it was just, she was making her own fun. And then there's a picture of her hugging the bride. And then in this little 4x6 section, again, it's going to be 2 3x4 cards with a flip up. I wanted to feature this one single bloom I had on my hydrangea bush, which is so funny because I never get a bloom at all. And this year I just have the one. So I wanted to document that, and then also add another little card from Studio Calico that says Live in the Now, and I can journal about the pictures underneath, which are Nora and Killian, who's the ring bearer, dancing. She like dragged him out onto the floor and got him to dance for like 2 seconds, and then he was like, I'm not having that. And then my husband, so it was funny at the reception, our place cards were actually like free drink tickets for the bar after, which I thought was such a good idea. And so that's him holding not his own name card, but a friend of ours. So that is the story there. Embellished it with a couple of stickers and then called it good. And then on the center of the All You Need Is Love, which I thought was perfect since there's so many wedding photos, I put this vellum circle. And again, I end up, right now I'm going to put a puffy starburst, but in the end I take it off and I replace it with a smiley because of the circle right above it with Nora and I, where it's the circle with the puffy. And I didn't like that it was the same size and same embellishment, one on top of the other. And then the last photo, oh, see, here I go, putting this picture of my husband and I, because I wanted to feature the photo of Nora and her friend Hannah, and they've been doing each other's hair at church on Sundays for the last few weeks. So actually Hannah's older sibling took that photo and sent it to me, so I wanted to include that and feature that photo, even though it doesn't really, like, it's really dark, it doesn't go with the rest of the spread, but it's just one of those things where I'm like, I'm just gonna leave it because I really wanted to tell that story and feature that story. So yeah, so I absolutely hate the top now. I end up ripping it off and you'll see that in the end. But very simple. I embellished the picture of Nora and Hannah with some washi tape and a Studio Calico label, do my journaling in there, add a smiley face, and call it good. Okay, everyone, now is the part where I show you close-ups in silence. So here we go. Okay, friends, so there is my week 26 in my project life. I'm glad I made the changes that I did. Let me know if you have any questions about that. So yeah, it was a really full week, lots going on, even though we are in summer and camps haven't even begun yet. In fact, I think when like camps start, I'm gonna have a hard time. It'll be a challenge for me documenting because Nora will be gone all day in August for a couple of weeks. So it'll be interesting to see how I document without all of the photos of the everyday things. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Make sure you subscribe and hit that bell so you don't miss my content. And I will see you in the next video. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today, friends. Take care of yourselves and remember that you are enough. Bye-bye.